3 reasons to hire a personal injury lawyer. If you're watching this video, you may be thinking about hiring a personal injury lawyer. You might be thinking, does it make sense for my claim? Is it worth it? Is a personal injury lawyer really going to add value to my injury claim? I'm going to provide you some information in this video, 3 points that I hope will help answer that decision. The first, and let me tell you, not every claim needs a personal injury lawyer. I'm a personal injury lawyer telling you not every claim needs me. It doesn't need help because it's not complex. It's not especially serious. And it might be a claim that the legislation or the case law easily answers, one that the insurance company will be happy to help with, and you'll get a fair result. A personal injury lawyer is needed for serious injury claims. Claims with ongoing losses, claims with serious injuries that are impactful to your life and what you do every day. So claims that have economic losses, you're out of work, you're going to miss work. Claims with fractures, with head injuries, brain injuries, ongoing trauma, chronic pain. When we're talking about injuries that are long-lasting and impact important function, you should think twice about doing it on your own, and you should think at least about talking to a lawyer, because you're going to realize that these claims are complicated, that the law is confusing when it comes to what the claim is worth, and that legislation isn't terribly helpful because the legislation relates to minor injury claims and only in limited circumstances like car accidents. So if you have a serious injury claim with ongoing injuries and potential for economic losses, the need for future care costs into the long term, if it's going to impact you and your family over the rest of your life, you certainly want to consider hiring a lawyer. The second is about mistakes and being so cautious to not make a mistake. People hire lawyers for their expertise. People hire lawyers to take the weight and the baggage of the claim off of their shoulders and trust it to somebody who went to law school and does this work every day. There are a lot of lawyers out there, and personal injury law is becoming more complex. First, you want to know, does the lawyer actually practice personal injury law all day long? If so, they will know what the common traps and pitfalls are in the industry. They'll know the tactics that insurance companies use every day to deny fair compensation for people. You're going up against a professional advocate that works for the insurance company. And ultimately, the insurance company is in it for them and their profit, not you. So if you have concerns about how to do that, you should consider a lawyer. You don't want to turn your own personal injury claim into a training exercise for next time. There isn't a next time. Once you settle your claim, that's it. It's over. You can't open it up again if you've done it wrong, or you've made a mistake that impacts how you go about your claim or how much your claim is worth. So if you don't want to be a guinea pig for your own claim, you should at least consider counsel and at least get your questions answered so you know whether it makes sense to do it alone or to have some help. And the third is the actual cost. Let's talk about fees for a second. In personal injury law, most lawyers operate on a contingency fee basis. This means there's no cost, there's no incurred fees unless the case is won. The common way that personal injury claims end is through a settlement or an award at trial. You're not going to get billed along the way for time or expenses incurred by the law firm. So you don't have to open up your pocketbook on the front end. In that way, it's cost effective. Though let's talk about the fees themselves. You're going to pay a lawyer a percentage of a settlement for their work. This means that they have to add value to your claim. So if the contingency fee is 25% or 30%, say, then the lawyer should be adding at least that much value. When I think about a potential client and I listen to their story, I listen to what happened, I listen to their injuries, and I think about it medically and legally, what that claim is worth. If I can't add a considerable amount of value to that person, when everything's said and done and the claim is settled, I shouldn't be retained. At Nova Injury Law, we say no to many cases every month because we know that we cannot provide enough value to that claim. It results in an honest conversation where we give guidance to the person and say, you know what, I think you should do this, consider this, and try this on your own. And maybe you settle your case. And if so, wonderful. And if you don't, call me back and steer you another direction, or maybe then it makes sense for me to help. But your personal injury lawyer should only take on the case if they're adding value. But they're also the best position to answer that question, to have an honest, frank conversation with you and tell you what your claim is worth based on your damages and your injuries, what you can expect after fees, disbursements, and expenses are paid. I think you'll find that for a serious injury claim, especially the value of not getting into pitfalls along the way, and often the time savings involved when you have counsel involved, lawyers can be quite cost effective. Lawyers can add a lot of value through their experience and know-how, cut the time that a claim takes, and ultimately generate a great positive resolution that's the right answer for a client, a better solution than they may achieve on their own without a lawyer. But to answer that question, you really need to have a chat with a lawyer, to sit down at a case review and ask those questions, get a sense of that lawyer, and get real answers that you can rely on. Because I'll tell you, you're going to be working with this lawyer for months and often years to come, especially if the claim is serious. So in this video, I've given you 3 key considerations when it comes to hiring a personal injury lawyer. You should feel equipped to think about what to do next. And it should leave you with questions that you need answers to, questions about what your claim's worth, what to do next, and ultimately, do you need a lawyer? My name's Jeff Mitchell. And if you're sitting with that question, you should call me. You should call me to have that discussion, to ask questions and to get answers from me. I promise you the truth, candid, frank discussion and answers so that you'll leave feeling more prepared and confident in your decision making. We're here to educate and inform the public because personal injury is complicated. It doesn't need to be complex. It doesn't need to be hard and difficult. But the insurance companies have made it that way. I'm here to make it simple, make it straightforward, and be resolution focused. If that's of interest to you, get in touch and we'll get you the answers you need today. I look forward to hearing from you.